I mean, it has to happen, man. It's too cool. Hello. Oh, the one card that destroys the whole archetype. Hello everyone, it's Sloth here, and today's video will be absolutely amazing. Not only it's Dimir, not only it's a control, it's also about stealing your opponent's stuff and killing them with their own WINCONs. We will assemble combos on the fly with our opponent's cards, and it will be super epic. So guys, get hyped for this one because this will be cool. So what about the deck? The deck is very Dimirish. We are in fact like an Esper deck, but only thanks to Raffine Tower, and we don't run white cards, no Emperors, not all of this stuff, but we have Path of Peril, and at the cost of having a tap land. Late game, you can go for a full sweeper, and that's absolutely worth it. So you not only have early game sweeper for 3 mana, but you also have a late game sweeper. So while clunky sometimes, it gets the job done most of the time. Other than this, we have some creatures, they are all meaningful. Sheoldred, the 4 mana Sheoldred is mostly due to mono red, so you know, it just completely shuts down the deck, and you will see it in action. They just instantly scoop when they see her, and that's why I like Sheoldred. She's a good card. Alright, Trespassers, just because we want to be a bit defensive, it works very well with our control game plan of just, you know, waiting until our opponent plays something on their turn, because you can very easily flip to nighttime, which means that it's a 4/4, which means it doesn't die to lightning strike, which means they need to trade 3 cards to kill this. And that's devastating for mono red. And against other decks you have exile effects, so we can hit this Atraxa. So you know, it's just extremely versatile, and the discard cards means that you always get ahead on this. Unless they play sweeper, in which case you go 1 for 1, so it's still fine. So we are playing Blue Sun's Twilight card I didn't use for a long time, and while it's slow, man, when you get it going, it's absolutely amazing. Like, stealing your opponent's best card always feels great. Oh, and by the way, you will see a hidden strategy with Siphon Insight, so I think you will really enjoy it. Sorin for some card advantage together with Siphon Insight. Siphon Insight is extremely nice card right now. Bankbuster was always outshining it right now. It's pretty legit, and it lets you hit lands way more consistent than usually, so it really helps this problem of not drawing lands correctly. So guys, this is the deck. We will go into the games in a moment. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy the content, the standard content. And exactly, I feel responsible, guys, to tell you what went with the alchemy video, because I really appreciate all your responses. Like, it was, heartwarming, and I really enjoyed reading, even the negative ones. Everyone kept it respectful. I'm really proud of you guys that, we can keep it civil. We all like the same game, and I think both sides has some merit on this one. So unfortunately, even though the comments were mostly positive, and honestly, like, the likes and dislikes as well, but it was still the most disliked video on the channel. We didn't go below like 90% likes, so we tried to keep it high, so it was still okay and it was fine, but you can clearly see the difference, and it was like 1 level more disliked than any other video ever on the channel, except probably the old alchemy ones, because over 1 year ago I made some. So yeah, and about the views, it was like half of the normal ones, so honestly a pretty disastrous results. And even though I enjoyed the set, I think it's cool and a bit refreshing. I'm not sure if we make more videos, especially for a small channel. Like, you cannot really afford bad videos. And yeah, one of the good sides about playing alchemy was that you can appreciate standard and have some fresh take, with different strategies, and it honestly helped me in like making some cool deck. I think this one is pretty cool. So there's that. I hope you enjoy. I hope you appreciate the recap, because I feel responsible that you guys invested time in comments. I think you should know what's going on, and why we probably will have mostly standard videos from now on. I mean, that's it. Let's go into the games and steal some stuff from our opponent. This is what the deck is about, just taking stuff from our opponent. For some reason it feels like Azorus Tempo. I don't know, I guess they often use those sleeves, that I have this flashback of, seeing a Ledger Shredder and Maestro. Alright, so how do we play this one out? I can see this being cycled. For now, let's go like this. Yeah, we will cycle it at the end step. That we don't have other place. If that's a band control, never mind. Alright, I see. I see. Alright, I think I know. So we won't cycle it in the end. Stealing Stomper doesn't make much sense. I don't think that's a good play. Yeah, I think we just kill it so we can keep the board clear, and then we can go with probably Sorin, and that will be our engine for this game. Enjoy. That's a big tap. Do we want the card, or we want some pressure in the board? He's tapped out, so I will go for this one. I have plays for the next turns, so it's okay, and this will give, you know, a lot of fuel for drawing cards during this game. I could also try to go for ultimate on Sorin. I can see it being a good, you know, strategy. But yeah, I think this one is better. They have all archetypes. Black, I don't see black. Oh, there's the black. Alright, cool. So this will definitely be cycled. Let's draw a card first, see what we get. Path of Peril, you know, it is what it is. I think this is the moment for Sheoldred. We need to create a lot of pressure. They probably will have the answer, but at least they need to pay mana for it. You know, 1 white mana. They definitely play Leylines, right? Probably 4 of them, so they should have 1 in the hand. Elesh Norn. We don't have enough mana, and we need 1 more turn. I don't remember if we're on the play. I think we were? I'm not sure, man. But if we would be on the draw, it means that on the play we would be able to steal it. Ossification, alright, that hurts, not gonna lie. But it also means Sheoldred will serve... Alright, doubled. Alright, that's one of the issues with Dimir mana. We don't have farewell, so it actually is a hard removal. We could sweep the board if we care. Do we care? We might. We actually might, but that would mean that we need to pay this, so the Twilight will come tapped on the next turn. Huh. Alright, I think I know. We cycle both of those cards. And we don't attack with the Vampire because we want to... Well, if they flip it, there's no ATB, right? Or ETB. Yeah, it's just 1 extra mana. I don't think it super matters. So let's get some live game. This will be an interesting one. We have 1 card more, but they might have way more powerful cards. They probably play Atraxa, right? So this will be scary. We need to dig into some control over the game before they do it. Sure, we have a sweeper, so it's... Oh, they know about the sweeper and I just highlighted it, so let's be honest, there's literally 0 mystery here anymore. Poison might be annoying at some point, but we'll see. Alright, do you need this 1 mana? Is that a difference? Let's see. Alright, that's not the worst for sure. He gets even more lands. It also, like, it not only gives him the lands, but it actually makes his draws a bit better. Like, when you soak like 4 lands from your deck, it's actually meaningful. Especially if he did it, you know, total 6. Let's get this one. I wonder if he can kill his Elesh Norn. Oh boy, we could steal her, and on the next turn we play Sheoldred, and he needs to sacrifice 2 things. Oh, I need the land. We should do it. His whole deck is about 8B, right? Or ETB. Let's get this one. I mean, it has to happen, man. It's too cool. Oh. Let's see. He might remove her in response. That would probably be the correct play at some point, or just, you know, until end of the turn, because we are tapped out fully right now. But the point is that if we can survive one turn with Elesh Norn, I can play Sheoldred and sacrifice his whole board basically. And we got her. Now the big question. If he plays any bounce spell or something, we want the token. I will take the token, man. I think it's better. In this particular case. Overall it's usually worse. Alright, let's drain him just a little bit. And he's down to 12. It's actually not too high. Alright. Cycling. So one card is low quality, two probably very high quality. And this one low quality as well. Like, as average. Alright, that's a thing. But we have the mother of machines, so we are not scared about anything. The point is that his removal is ossification, that it gets disabled. My friend, what would happen if I was using your deck strategy better than you are? I mean, that seems pretty good, right? Double Creator? Is that enough to win the game? They can activate the Mirrex, let's see if they know. Oh no, because it's a non-token. I knew about it. Alright, 6 damage, 2 turn clock. Oh boy, it's so... Man, Elesh Norn into Sheoldred is absolutely broken, but it's just so hard to assemble. But when it works, man, like you go 3 for 1, that's insane. Heart Migration. He has exactly Mirrex mana. It doesn't matter. Oh, and I got punished because if that wasn't a token, I could Path of Peril his side of the board. And so this has Menace. If I attack with everything, what happens? He blocks multiples, right? It's daytime. It seems that this one is still the best attack. Wait, this one hits twice. One creature... They have 2 creatures. Oh, I think we might have won. Let's play very aggressively. I'm not holding the counter spell, so we get double triggers. Elesh Norn. Second one will be for Rex. 2 damage to the face. And due to the menace and Mites not being able to block, he should... Man, I'm sad that in the end Mother of Machines was sacrificed, but she did the right job, man. I didn't see this game coming. It was super fun. Alright, opponent goes first. We have some counterspell, some removal, and Kotose. And 3 lands. So, I mean, that's a healthy start. The stroke is definitely not needed right now. Kotose, of course, for the later game, and March is generally better later as well. Our opponent is on the play, so there's nothing we can do about some stuff, but we'll start with the swamp. Theoretically, we could exile something. I can see it happening. So maybe. Like if they play Talia, because I'm on the draw, I cannot counter it. Alright. The attack. Alright, so there shouldn't be more creatures. I don't care about the toxic, that's not how they win. Alright, so I don't need to invest anything, that's great. And now we can make an anti-Raffine play, which is huge. Man, Syncopate against Raffine feels perfect. Absolutely perfect. Right? Alright, it will take a while, I feel. Oh, that's kinda cool. Alright, I enjoy this one. Oh, there's a bird. Enjoy your 1 damage, my friend. Like, this will be the last toxic they will do. And that's a nice march, right there. Man, they might be playing around Syncopate or counter spells generally. Alright. We just need some more lands and we can steal something super cool at some point in this game. Alright, I'm excited for the Twilight. Let's see what they play. Raffine. I think they have Raffine. They're just scared to play it. Like, they always have Raffine, man. Let's eat something. Man, that's so cool. Oh, so fun. So, Stroke. Generally, I value this counterspell higher, but against their deck, I might be in some trouble. What happens if they play Raffine? I mean, bad things will happen. I will still try to hit a land this way. And we'll just play from there. Told you! The other one goes to the bottom, right? So we know that one Raffine is in their hand probably, one at the bottom of the library. So that should help a little bit. Unfortunately this is a tap land, but this is what we have to do, guys, to match his no-draw curve. Because he didn't draw a single card this game, and so far he did not miss a single land. Normally we would hold up the counter spell, but because our draw is worse, we need to just play around stuff we shouldn't be forced to play around. So that's a little bit unfortunate. Like, stealing Talia is not much help, to be honest. 2 damage a turn, sure, go. We play the land for the turn, so now we don't have to tap out. Siphon Insight is a little bit expensive. 4 mana for 1 card gets expensive, but the point is that they don't have any pressure in the board. My friend, not sure if you realized that you are holding priority. I don't think it's intentional, I think they forgot about something. So what can it mean? Otawara? They don't really play flash creatures, I believe. We could also go for Sorin, but I don't like it. I prefer to kill Talia at the end step and have a counter spell prepared for Raffine. They can play it, we cannot counter it on this turn. We take the damage fully. Also, Kotose is on the table. There's no Raffine in the graveyard yet. Alright, I will go for... You know what? Yeah, let's get rid of Talia, she's super annoying. Will they sacrifice Plaza? You know what? They might, they actually might. So let's steal some land for the next turn, I guess. Maybe we hit another Raffine and bottom the next one. Stealing stuff from their deck is always fun. Always fun. We can also hit something like Sheoldred, which also would be really strong. Told you. So we are getting a land, and we bottom double Raffine. They don't even know about it. Oh man, that feels really epic. A land? So what do we do now? Do I care about having Sheoldred? Oh, it might be Airtide Resurrected, right? So we should play at the end step. They really cannot tap out if they want to use those cards, and 2 damage a turn means that we have so much time to do stuff. Also, we can cast it at the end step, so if they want to protect Talia, they need to super tap out. Alright, this doesn't do much yet. So if we kill Talia, we have 4, potentially 5 mana, and we could steal it. They only have legendaries, so we need to be mindful of this. I think that for now we will play around stuff like this. You know what? Let's first. Let's count the mana. We need to syncopate for 2, so 3 mana is down. We need to go... oh, for 1. Perfect. Perfect. Right? Yeah. The second one will be without the tax. Yeah, exactly. Alright, but we clear the board, and now the situation is way better for us. 3 cards to go, and our cards are incredibly powerful. So I think we go Sheoldred first. Oh, that's a nice draw. We could cast something if we cared, like Skrelv. Man, Sorin is so tempting because I get instant value. I cannot resist it, man. I really cannot. Let's start drawing some cards. Reveal? Man, this already nearly solves the game. So I think we have won by now. I honestly think we do. They don't have a way to remove Sorin. Their whole deck is based that they have so much pressure on board that they can kill it. But they cannot, and we can steal their best stuff if we want. So whenever they play like A or something really devastating, we just steal it. Yeah, A would be amazing because you also get the death trigger because of legendary rule. He's really playing slow, and I don't think he has reason to, but let's see. Raffine, we can go for the Throated. Only 3 mana left. Do we want Raffine? Man, Raffine seems pretty cool, doesn't it? It also fixes our draw. So you know what? Let's steal. Stuff. Yep, I will. So, my friend, do you have anything? Or I get your Raffine? A wild make disappear appears. Alright. He's not in for fun. Let's draw a land. Let's play a land. And let's not go for the fraud because of the ward. Still, it's just 1 Raffine, so we have a lot of time, and with Sorin we can outvalue him severely. Right now I would guess that he's not doing anything and just holding the mana. But as you can see, it's so hard for them to get rid of Sorin. 1 card. That fixes a little bit of their draw, and I believe they discarded the card they drew. So this is the worst card in their hand. Yeah, makes sense. They don't need lands, especially they have a Ganjo and we don't play really creatures, at least for now. Let's Siphon Insight and steal some more cool stuff. Maybe we hit another Twilight and we steal Raffine later. And that's nearly the last one, right? And when we kill it, we exile the rest. If we care, yeah, why not? Why not? Man, he's really taking his time on every step. It looks like Earthai resurrected in the end. So we can take either a land or an angel. Honestly, let's go for angel. Let's be responsible gamer for once. So if we play this, he just saves it, right? Do we draw cards? Yeah. Sorin is taking the damage, so we can just spend the life on cards, basically. Yeah, 1 mana, perfect. And I think we spice up the game just a little bit with Sheoldred. Because so let's see if he goes for Earthai. He knows about Syncopate, but he also knows that he can be forced to pay 3 and he has 3. So let's see. We get to draw the card in the worst case. And we can just go for the fraud. Raffine is at 1 power still. Man, he's taking so much time. Like, everyone is making fun of control players that they're taking long time, but man, give an, mid-range aggro player a control decision and it takes forever. I'm not sure if he's roping or he just plays so slow, but it really seems he's considering this Earthai every single turn. Alright. And we hold up the Syncopate because it makes things way harder for him. Just straight up go for the fraud. Alright, alright. You got it. We'll take yours. And we let him untap for sure. Like, we need to pressure his mana, basically. Loran of the bait. Alright, sure. You got the bait. You can destroy an enchantment or an artifact. Enjoy. And as you can see, he's holding always the mana for the plaza. Do we want to do it now? Doesn't make a difference, does it? So, Sorin is still here, still drawing cards, and this is the reason why we have this card advantage. Like the eye cards, you can see that this is our card advantage, they are from Sorin. Alright, do your thing. Because that taxes their mana on this turn, on next turn, and now if we draw anything, we can just kill Raffine directly, or even take control over it. If he has Earthai and that's the last card, which should make sense, he also won't be able to use Earthai on anything we play next turn, like maybe Blue Twilight, we will see. Alright, we need to take a mandatory 2 minutes thinking before every single decision. Oh boy, it must be such a hard decision. The correct one is just to sacrifice Plaza. He doesn't have a lot of value, he needs to gamble that we don't have stuff. And if we do, we win, and we do, and we win. So it will take a while, and the end will be the same. Man, what's up with you? It takes so long. I honestly think that he might be like doing it on purpose, because I cannot believe one card can be so hard to play. Especially, like, you know, for a Mythic player. I know he's playing Esper Legend, but this deck is actually pretty hard to play overall, because you have all those decisions, what to discard. So I think he's doing it on purpose. I don't know why. Like, imagine roping as a meta tier 1 deck against, like, brewing control. Like, oh boy. Alright, let's cut the video. It will take a... Oh, he's back? Wow. He pressed a button. That's crazy. Maybe he got disconnected. Alright, let's give him the benefit of doubt, but it really feels off. Cool. What a crazy strategy. Never seen before. I destroy everything. Do I have creatures? I usually don't, but this time I actually have a creature. Let's return Sheoldred. Cool. Finally. No decisions. That will make things easier. So we try to fish for land so we can play. Alright, I'll take it. Let's be efficient and just, you know, mess our opponent. Oh my... Oh, like, look at this! Look at this! He doesn't know, but he will never draw another Raffine for the rest of the game. Oh, that's perfect. That's perfect. Man, one of the hidden pleasures of Siphon Insight. Man, this is insane. We just got rid of their main key card and they don't even know about it. They might be waiting for this draw. Alright, it took forever, but guy finally realized his position. And I mean, stealing stuff was fun. Alright, opponent goes first. I don't like this hand on the draw at all. It's really bad hand, man. Against slower deck it might work. Against mono red we are 100% dead. Let's see if that's a mountain. Alright, it's not a mountain, that's good. Let's go with the shores. And this is the scary part of the game, but moment we play this land. Hello, now we are in the game and our gamble has worked out so far. So it seems like an Esper control. Let's start draining some cards. Oh, that... Oh, I think they might like this card. I think it's pretty important to their deck. Man, we're really good at stealing the best card of their deck, their main strategy point. Can we steal 4 Zurs so they never hit any? Yeah. Oh, but we don't have the stuff, so let's go for the land. It actually gives us Path of Peril, and it means that we can cycle ours as well. They did not have... So they have Leyline Binding, but it can be a little bit expensive. We cannot protect Sorin. I think we go like this, we cycle the land. Just based on, you know, they are playing enchantment, Zur deck, so they have Leyline Bindings in the hand probably. I wouldn't be surprised if they have more than one even. So I probably want Sorin into Negate. Alright, those are some cards. Can they bounce it? They usually don't play this kind of effect. So let's start. The onslaught. I could say hello, man. That would be emotional damage. But let's not be this guy. So there are no angry comments. Alright, 6 cards in the hand. Alright. Scary. Very scary card. So I guess they play Zur and this. Indeed, and we could save Zur, but I don't think it's worth it. This will be for tokens, so... Yeah, I wonder if this will be a non-tokens. I think it's Sheoldred turn. I hope it works. You could also go Sorin into go for the throat. Man, Sheoldred seems really good in this situation. Let's try. Even if there's Leyline Binding, we get our value. Let's see if he tries to activate it, hopefully for sacrifice. Alright. He knows how Sheoldred works, so we got the shark. He didn't activate the token, right? I believe. He had the mana. That's an interesting decision. Normally you always want to do it. Oh, that explains it. Alright. But that's good. That's a card for card. 1/1 token and 5 mana. down the drain. Which means that now Sorin can be activated very easily. So he will attack for 2. And that's the fun part, because Path of Peril is perfect at sweeping those. Alright, the backup Sorin, I guess. So he really wants to put a lot of pressure, because 1 token is not enough to, you know, remove loyalty from Sorin, because we can keep plussing. So he needs at least 2 tokens, which means that it burdens his mana. It does nothing because Sorin will just have 1 loyalty less. Wow, big deal. And we get a nice target for Path of Peril. Like, we could save 1 loyalty, but we don't care. It's not the main thing. Good. Tap all the mana for 2 drops. That's what we like. He gets the card, but he's falling behind in tempo really hard slowly. Okay, a land. I also need a land very badly. Thank you. This is the best draw. Like, no joke. I should use Sorin first, but it's fine. You know what? In this case, let's reverse it. We have enough cards, we have Syncopate, we have a lot of control over the game, and we should be closing the game in a few turns, I believe. He's nearly out of gas, and we are just getting started, man. When we untap, let's try to hit a land that is not tapped, reveal. Even though it's a good land, I think we have enough value, and 1 extra mana makes all the difference. No bindings. Oh boy. That means we can go a bit crazy here. We could make a 3 vampires total and just go for the kill. But that means we have to tap out, and I don't like the idea. Especially. See? If you draw 2 cards, you can very often just never play a tap land. And we are slowly draining them. Is that a shorted turn? So far they didn't have any real... I mean, it seems like half enchantment, half control deck. Like 2 mash together. So if we play shorted, there is a big chance they will play something. Let's go for it. I think it like Shao will die. But it's... oh. We still have a hard counter spell, so that makes a big difference. Like, any bridge the bridge the multiverse stuff and all this, you know, big thing spells. Man, that was the worst sentence ever. So all the big spells like can be countered, and the small spells like can be, you know, went through. I don't think it's worth it, man. That's not how we win. And we also get the life, which translates to more cards later. We also make a vampire army. So he's the one that needs to do something about it. He will take the dog, right? We cannot exile it. It's fine. Let's play the tap land, and we say go. 3 turn clock. Drawing cards like crazy. The point is that our cards are generally better than theirs. So if we just keep drawing 2 cards a turn, we won't be losing this game anytime soon. And by anytime soon, I mean never. It's interesting they discard and make disappear. It's not a bad card for the matchup, especially if they have Doc in the battlefield. Sure. But what are you choosing, my friend? Sorry, you know we have more. Down to 3 cards. And a Ganjo will be very easily killed. We don't even need to care about this. Oh, Geek's Command improves the clock, but I don't think we play it right now. So first, we attack. Very nice. They have Sunfalls, so let's protect second Sorin a little bit. I think we might win by ultimating as well. I like my mana, what can I say? Man, it feels so cool when you play this land, when you can. And it's just, yeah, I will have more mana on the next turn. That's so perfect, man. We have, what, 6 mana, 5 Syncopate, so he has, what, 5 mana to operate, really. Zur goes, I'm not sure what. So, they want to Leyline Binding, right? I don't think we can do anything about it, yet. So they might kill Sorin, unless we do something. First, How do we do it? This will be a 6-6, so go for the throat is better against it actually. So, if we play this, we need 4 mana. So we need to exile 1, I believe. Let's go for Path of Peril. We also have Kick's command. We kill this one. And then we go for the throw the Leyline Binding and we get back the Sorin. Whenever we want actually. It also might mean they have another Make Disappear, right? That would make sense. Yeah, I think they might have another Make Disappear. Alright, you got it. Let's see the attack. Let's see the attack. That's an interesting one. We can sweep the board anytime we want. That's also an interesting one. I think we do it now. Because then I'm sure if I have Sorin, if this dies and they counter my go for the throat. I mean, it's probably the same, but let's just make sure. Let's keep this one with more loyalty. Alright, that was your cute play. And I think we basically like disarmed it pretty nicely. He has 5 mana for the real play that will change this game, because right now he's really behind. We cannot kill him on the next turn, but it's close. Oh, that's very close. Because we can deal 6 damage on the next turn. He doesn't know that we can pump a creature with black mana, which is not normally that you play around. You lose 2 life, so he dies. Right, because one was from the Painland, and the part of effect of the card is lose 2 life, which is the reason this is not very widely played. Do I go for it? Yeah? The answer is of course. I mean, let's sacrifice something, why not? We have a counter spell, so we won this game. We also had Sorin going, we had also double counterspell and Siphon Insight just to make sure. So let's put the counters, that's 6 damage and he's dead. Really fun game, I have to say, that was really fun. Bro, go away. We are playing against real control, you have no power here. Very nice, very nice. Leyline bindings are great, but they're kinda predictable overall. Alright, this will be a very weird hand, only 2 lands on the play. But if we mulligan it will be even worse, right? We might hit a 3-lander, but is it worth it? We have Path of Peril, so hopefully that's enough. We should hit 1 land at least, before we curve to 3. And we'll have double black already, so hopefully this keeps us in the game for long enough so we can fix the rest. Because you know it will be mono red, man. You just know it. Alright. You know, they don't know if you don't have a counter spell. That's a big deal if you play aggro. Sometimes it will change how we play. 1, 2, 3. Now they think we have a counter spell. I won't have any target, so I need to stop. Otherwise I go to the end of the turn and they know. Alright. Like this is higher mythic player, you know, high mythic plays, sorry. And we try to go around stuff. See? Make disappear mana. They think we have a make disappear. And we need to make sure that they still think it. And they're using the burn spells, which are not what they really want. Like, I can take the damage. That's a very good draw. Hello! Oh, the one card that destroys the whole archetype. I hope you brought more lightning strikes, my friend. If you used all of them, and now Sheoldred cannot be answered, you might not like your situation, my friend. We're at 13, but he has no board, and even though he will go crazy on the board right now, it's not as crazy as I expected. He will hit my face, we won't block probably, and we untap and try to kill. Bro, like he's fishing for this block so hard. Enjoy. I hope you have a backup emergency play, my friend, because it won't work. Oh, oh my god, that's so good. Oh, I love it so much. Like, I cannot even express how much I like this play. Enjoy? Do you want to kill my Sheoldred in response for 2 red mana? Seems pretty... thought it automatically puts the counters, but as you can see, we demoralized him so hard, we just could not do it. I'm not using even my cards, bro, it's so easy. I will remember next time.